Welcome back to mathapple101. In this video, we're going to learn about trigonometry and its basics. So, we have three main trigonometric functions. That's the sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine is used for opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is used for adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is used for opposite over adjacent. Notice how we have hypotenuse here. So we know that trigonometry and these three functions the basics are for right triangles only. Later on, you'll learn about how to use them in non-right triangles. Here we're going to learn how to use the sine function. So if you guys remember from beginning, I said sine is equal to opposite over opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite is the leg that is opposite to the angle given. So the angle given here is 30 degrees. And opposite to that is the leg that's equal to 7. And the hypotenuse is the line or line segment that is opposite to the 90-degree angle. You should know that by now. So sine says to find x, it's going to be sine of 30. So whenever you're going to find something, it's sine of whatever angle is given is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite we are given is 7 over the hypotenuse, which is given as x. So to find x, let's first multiply by x. So it's going to be, if we multiply both sides by x, it's going to be x times sine of 30 is equal to 7. And now we want to find x by itself. So we'll divide by sine of 30 by both sides, remember. So if we divide by sine of 30, we're left with x is equal to 7 divided by sine of 30. And let's say we should round our answer to the nearest tenth. So get out a calculator and divide 7 divided by sine of 30. That's equal to 14, so we don't need to round. Oops. Sine of 7 divided by sine of 30 is equal to exactly 14. So we found out that, I'll write it down here, x is equal to 14. Okay, now we will learn about the cosine. In the beginning I said cosine is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And remember I said before, the adjacent is the line or line segment that shares a vertex with the angle given. So x over here is our adjacent. And like before, we know our hypotenuse, which is opposite to the 90 degree angle, which in this case is 15. So if we're solving for x, last time we did sine of 30, but this time we're doing cosine of 20, because 20 is the given angle, and we're doing cosine. So adjacent over hypotenuse, so we're going to do x over 15. And now if we want x by itself, we're going to multiply by 15. So we're left with 15 times cosine of 20 is equal to x. So let's get out a calculator, and in the calculator type in 15 times cosine of 20. That's equal to 14.09, and we'll round that to 14.1. So 15 times cosine of 20 is equal to 14.1. Okay, now the last trigonometric function is tangent. Tangent says opposite over the adjacent. So sine was opposite over hypotenuse, cosine was adjacent over hypotenuse, and now tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. So we are given the angle 45 degrees. Opposite to that is x. So to find x, we're going to do tangent, T-A-N, of 45 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. So it would be x over 13. And if we want to find x by itself, we have to multiply by 13. So if we multiply both sides by 13, it's going to be 13 times the tangent of 45 is equal to x. Once again, let's get out our calculator and multiply 13 times tangent of 45. And let's round to the nearest. Alright, we don't have to round, it's a perfect number, it's 13. So x is equal to 13 in this case. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and it helped you, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content.